Reforms like body cameras and banning chokeholds and just creating new rules for police to follow is useless if they don't follow them. They're still killing people. So how many times can you try to reform something before you just give up and decide, well, we need to try something new? Policing as an institution is sort of like a cult, and you can really be brainwashed into believing a lot of what they feed you. So for me, I just had to reckon with a lot of things that I was a part of, that I saw. And I think it's important for citizens who maybe don't understand the inner workings of police departments and policing itself. I think it's important for them to hear it from somebody who was there. I mean, I was there for 18 years. I saw a lot of this firsthand. I know how police operate. I know the lies they tell, the facade they put up to, or try to put up, for the public. My department, the 6 officers who were responsible for killing Freddie Gray were charged criminally. So, in my department, the police were actually angry. They were upset that other cops were being held responsible for killing a person. So, cops are very resistant to change. They're very resistant to new training, to outsiders telling us what to do. So, I mean, I was there. I was there for the beginning of the reforms. I was there for things like, anti-bias training and body cameras and community policing, which is supposed to repair the relationship between the community and the police department. But I didn't live in the community I was policing, and 80% of the officers in Baltimore don't live in the city. 10% of them don't even live in the same state. They live in Pennsylvania. So why should police be invested in the community if they don't live there? I don't think body cameras or even people filming the police is really a deterrent, because cops are so used to getting away with things that they just don't seem to care. For something like anti-bias training, when I went through the class, I could just tell that no one was really interested in being there. A lot of people sat there with their arms crossed or playing with their phones, just very uninterested. I realized the reforms weren't working almost right away because I was in internal affairs. So I was still receiving misconduct complaints from citizens, just like I was prior to 2015 and the big push for reform. 5 years later, we're in the exact same position we were then. I would say if you're a current police officer, the best thing you can do is quit, for your own mental health and for the safety of everyone around you. If you're a former police officer and you've seen things or things, I would encourage you to speak out. The more current and former cops that speak up about the evils that they witness, it helps. It helps in the long run. I would say I am bitter. I'm bitter. I'm angry at myself. I mean, I went along with it. I stayed there for 18 years. I wasn't forced to stay. So yeah, I am bitter. But at the same time, I don't think that changes what I'm trying to say. The proof is there. I mean, people people see these, especially now during the protests. You see police beating peaceful protesters assaulting television reporters live on camera. So, this is, you can see it for yourself. So, yeah, I am definitely bitter over policing, and I think that's exactly why I'm here.